Is it well? Yeah, now we're online.
Yes.
This is Cuckoo. Yeah, let me introduce him. He is a big blogger in... Where you come from?
I grew up in Sweden. I'm half Greek and I live in Norway.
And we just want to follow him and see what happened.
Yeah, so come with me. We're very close to Teenage Engineering's booth, and they're releasing a new synthesizer. It's tiny. It's called the OPZ, and they're really cool. Let's see if we can get a hold of someone here. Let's see. Are you in the middle of something? Yeah. Yeah, this is Tobias from Teenage Engineering.
Hi again.
Hey, son.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm really good, actually.
It was a good lunch we had just.
Yeah. We had the vegetarian gyros here. It's pretty good, actually.
Who is that guy?
This is Tobias from Teenage Engineering, a key person in the company.
I used to be the human spam filter of Teenage Engineering for 5 years.
Yeah, I just want to mention the OPZ. Have a look at this little tiny.
Yes, of course, we can do that. Ah, that's a new part.
I'm part of the beta testing team, so I'm very happy to
What is it? What exactly is it?
It's a synthesizer, sequencer, 8-track, polyphonic. Yeah, and you can see the outputs there on the back.
Yes, I can.
They're like CV outputs and MIDI outputs and inputs. Yeah, it's really a massive machine in a tiny shell. Yeah, it's coming out later this year.
Wonderful.
Yeah, end of July.
July 30th, exactly.
Cool. Well, catch you later. The next one I want to introduce you to is Electron, and they're having an anniversary this year. Have this huge banner. I think it's really cool. So a lot of Electron's people are here, like the guys who are making the.
Who is that guy here?
Hello. This is my friend Electron.
Hi there.
Hi.
And you?
I'm Peter. Nice to meet you.
Johan, nice to meet you.
He's making the stands, for instance. You're making a lot of stuff at Electron.
Yeah, at Electron. Yeah, it's like some marketing activities. For instance, this booth design was part of my job.
Yeah. And I also want you to meet. Where is he? I don't know. I wanted you to meet Jank and Gustav, but yeah, they're not here. But take a look at this. It all started with this box.
My God.
And this is the chip of an old Commodore 64. The sound chip in that machine was highly regarded as a really cool sounding chip. Half analog, half digital. And they made a music station.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's where it all started for Electron. And now, look at this. Yeah, it's super interesting. It's Spectrasonics this year. Spectrasonics, they're known to be a company that's making really good sounding software synths, like sample-based stuff. And now when we look at the booth, we see all these hardware synthesizers, and they're acting as controllers for Omnisphere. And they made Omnisphere sound almost like the synths, but in an Omnisphere flavor. And you just hook up the synth with a USB cable or a MIDI cable, and boom, it recognizes immediately. So hands-on control with Omnisphere, really special. It sounds amazing. Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm just bringing Amazona.de, a music tech blog.
Sure, nice to meet you.
From Germany. Hi, nice to meet you.
Eddie.
Yeah, I was just complimenting you on the work with a fantastic new product here.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
By the way, do you call this something? Is there a name for this?
The update is Omnisphere 2.5, but we're referring to it as hardware synthesizer integration. Basically, if you have one of the synths that we support with this system, that synthesizer will become a very nice control surface for Omnisphere, where everything on the panel will do what you expect, except inside the software. Along with that, we've added other new features. We doubled the amount of layers in Omnisphere to allow for these synths. We added a state variable filter to kind of allow for the OB6, and we're trying to give a different approach for hands-on control, and kind of bridge the gap between software and hardware.
Eric, he gave me a demo a few moments ago. Just sounds amazing.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that a lot. Yeah. And
cool.
it's check it out. It's going to be a free update if you own Omnisphere 2 this summer.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Yeah, this is a really popular booth, as you can see. This is Bastl Instruments. I love these guys. They're really, really good, and they're making some great modular stuff. And they're making it really, you know, approachable. Yeah, so this is a new, like, delay-based digital delay machine. It sounds really nice. And these are their modules. You can see these, and these black ones is the new modules made by this fellow.
Hello, how's it going?
This is Peter Edwards. He is one of the masterminds in the family of Bastl.
Yeah, so what's up?
What's up? Yeah.
So, am I talking about the new modules, I guess? This is my first foray into modular synths, making modules. I've been doing desktop stuff, and I perform on a mixer, mostly. So I wanted to bring that. Václav, the other engineer at Bastl, was like, dude, do it in modular. You know, like, he challenged me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. So I took the mixer and the things I play, and I turned them into modules. So I'm playing with audio feedback as the first thing. And what I really like about it is it's a lot just about making circuits fight, and then just sort of seeing what happens. So
I've witnessed you live a couple of times, and I expect you to bring some of that grit into this world.
It's got a lot of grit, and you know, it's sort of like the nature of the circuitry itself, of the limitations of the circuit. It's trying its hardest. It's like, I can do it, I can do it. You just keep pushing it, and then you know, you get this weirdly behaving, sort of organic sounding machine creature.
Yeah, massive.
So this is feedback, but more what this is it's playing with overdrive, with limitations where you give it more signals than it can handle, and it kind of has to decide which signals survive.
Yeah. Cool. You know, I'll come back tomorrow morning when there is not so much noise around.
It's cool.
Yeah, cool. Nice seeing you. Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm in a secret mission here. I'm with Amazona.de. It's like a big big blog. And I met this gentleman from.
They're offering me to buy the company. And it's a bidding war. It's a bidding war.
Yeah. Who's winning? Who's winning?
Any update on 100 million? What's the
I've only got rupees, but then you said
well, no,
Bitcoin.
yeah, I've got 100 million bitcoins. Yeah. I mean, get them now before they sink.
Yeah. Yeah, but this, I just want to mention this deluge to the German audience.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because I found it really, it's such a small company coming from New Zealand, venturing out on this. It's like a huge undertaking to make like this jack of all trades kind of box.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, have we got some audio? Oh yeah.
We're pushing it.
Wow.
Yeah. So this can do everything. This can do sequencing. You can sequence MIDI, CV. You can do sampling. You can do backing tracks.
Built-in microphone. You can line in any audio source as well, and you can like affect that source, or just bypass it and have it run through unaffected.
Synthstrom Audible Deluge.
Yeah, fine.
Thank
you very much.
Yeah, another thing I want to highlight is the Continuum Fingerboard and their new, well, not there, but they're collaborating with a French manufacturer of guitars, and they made this acoustic speaker, and this is the Continuum Mini. So suddenly the greatness of the this is a synthesizer. It's not just a controller. On board is a very, very sophisticated synth engine that drives the bigger continues.
And this is working with speakers inside, or?
Yeah, this is a speaker. Now check this out.
wonderful.
Yeah, and this guy is just escaping here. This is Christoph. He's
Hi.
one of the.
Nice to meet you.
He's with the Continuum family. He's also making the
voix de luthier onde, so this small loudspeaker, built with together with a French luthier, a guy who is usually building guitars, and then.
But it's just for live playing. Did it have a line output to record it? Do you have to put a microphone on there?
Put a microphone. Probably will have a specific connector so you can get the line out. But if you use the line out, you lose the sound of it.
You need to record it because it's acoustic.
It's an acoustic, yeah.
I mean, the synth has a line out, of course, but the speaker is a speaker.
Yeah.
So it's up to the sound technician to select how to mic it. But the other one, the bigger one, has an even more sensitive surface and much more precise multi-finger operation. This is expensive, the other one is cheap, the other one is really easy to pick up and portable, and this is a bit heavier and but high quality stuff.
Really fascinating.
Very fascinating.
This combination between electronic and acoustic parts.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
And the big one is over here. And I think if we're lucky, we can get a little hello to the sound designer and and the inventor. They're here. Alles gut?
Na?
Ich bin hier mit Amazona.de.
Hallo, ich bin Peter von Amazona. Grüß dich.
Ja, ihr habt einen guten Artikel über Continuum geschrieben.
Dankeschön.
Das nicht häufig.
And I'm sehr impressed with this man because he's what you created supersedes the competition by far, I think. And I'm so happy.
I rely on people like you with performance skills, so I can't play it, but yeah, it's good.
And it's really interesting with the new one, the Mini as well.
Yeah, it's nice to have something more affordable, a way to get started. It's not the same as a Continuum, but it's less dynamic range and such. But it doesn't have the same cost, and it does have the same synth engine.
Yeah, that is like the key thing here. It sounds exactly the same,
but to be fair, Ed modified those sounds so that because. With MIDI controllers, it's much more interchangeable because you're only starting and stopping things, and you can have a favorite controller that's weighted or something. But here, when you really interact with the sound on the sub-millisecond level, you really got to modify for each, for the thing. So even though they're the same sounds, he messed with them because if you tried to play the exact same sounds as a Continuum, very hard because the dynamic range is too big. You suddenly get too loud, suddenly get too quiet. But he fixed them up, and they're nice.
It's cool. And so this is an engineer, inventor. How do you label yourself? Professor?
I guess. Yes. I'm lucky to have good friends.
Yeah. And then over here, well, he's busy in another conversation maybe, is he designed the sound engine.
Have you heard that thing?
I'm just going to cut in and say, this is Edmund Egan. He is the sound designer
of the Egan matrix inside the Continuum. Yes, that's me. Yeah.
Just making a short tour, showing my friends, which I care about, and you're one of them.
And I'm your friend too. That's wonderful. Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
Great. Well, I think what will be specifically interesting for a lot of people with this is that it has the sound engine as the big one.
Yeah.
So you can you have this rich matrix engine.
We have years of fine, control that we're putting into a little box like this, which is quite wonderful and portable.
And here it's in some sort of modular setup.
Yes, what we're showing here, although this version we just have to do a firmware update, so it's not quite compatible yet, but this is showing that you can integrate it into your rack. Yeah. So via Evaton's micro CVC, we take the data from the playing surface and transform it into control voltages.
Perfect. Thanks. It's Amazona.de.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.